Hi everyone, this is Red with RedDragonLeo.com. I want to answer some comments or questions that some of my YouTube followers have asked me. I've tried to respond back, but for whatever reason, YouTube keeps giving me an error message when I try to respond back to a question. And the question was, where can they find the links to some of the stuff that I have been talking about? Well, that's on my blog. So pretty simple. You just go to RedDragonLeo.com and scroll down to where it says, scroll down the page here, and that's an old weekend update. Anyway, you scroll down the page and you're going to see red pill sites. Most of the sites I talk about are here. There's Benjamin Fulford's site, Enterprise Corruption, that's Reinhardt's site. Follow the Money, that's Seeker 401, that's the site that's got the links to the recent talking about, what was I talking about? Sometimes I lose track. Oh, George Soros. Yeah, George Soros. And as you can see, I've actually put their links right here on my blog. There's Benjamin Fulford's, and there's the Legatus pilgrimage, and there is the Reinhardt and George Soros. George Soros, that, as you can see down there in the bottom left-hand corner of the page, says seeker401.wordpress.com, and then the link. Well, that's right here. The Follow the Money. And as a matter of fact, he has got a very, very interesting article about the Illuminati and about the games that they play and the manipulation that they play on his site here. So we are going to scroll down through here to find it, and I believe is this one right here, 9/11. The 9/11 Occult New World Order, shift from ridiculous to realization. So anyway, he poses a 12-part link or 12-part series about the Illuminati. I have not had a chance to watch it, so you can watch that at your convenience right here to learn more about the Illuminati and all the symbolism that takes place, and all the rituals and all the games that they play, all the worshiping of sacrifices and demon worship. And but again, you know, I've said many times, the demons that they're worshiping are demons according to the Bible and other religious books, but basically they are aliens from another dimension known as the reptilian race. So, you know, believe what you want to believe, but there's evidence to say that that's what they are, and they're inside the Vatican. But, you know, they're called demons. You can call them demons, whatever. And anyway, you should take your time and go to Seeker 401's website and read this article right here. You know, I already read the article, but I haven't watched the video. So, okay, that's enough about that. Let's get to the charts and see what's going on. We had a nice sell-off and a little bit of panicking into the close there. As we can see, there is support right there. If you draw a line down here on the 15-minute chart through here, it cuts through that one a little bit, but if you draw a line down through here, you will see that support is coming in around depending on how you draw the line, just a little bit below that at 10:45. So pretty much, if this market does not bounce tomorrow morning at 10:45 area, now I could go on down here and hit a triple bottom, but you know, if the triple bottom doesn't hold, you know, we are going down into a wave 5 to complete this pattern down from the top. And you can look at it, see it more here on the on this chart here, I guess. Well, let's look at it on the daily. So you'd basically have your wave 1 down, your wave 2 up, your wave 3 down, and then this move here would be a wave 4, and then there'd be a wave 5. And that should break this low and go on down there to that 10-10 low, should that happen. Now, I don't know if it's going to or not. You know, here's one thing I did notice, that the sell-off, that the negative DI line is still pointing down, even with today's sell-off. And you look at the volume on the SPY, and it wasn't that great. It wasn't a powerful sell-off. This, more than anything, was just a technical sell-off, I do believe, because the charts were rolling over. So, you know, we might be in one of these choppy situations where it's going to chop like this for a little while, kind of similar to where it did back in this range here. You know, went down, then it had an up day, then a down, and then a down, and an up, and just confused the heck out of everyone and chopped sideways. So, you know, the question remains, is this the completed wave 1 down, and can you make out 5 waves in this pattern inside of this wave 1 down, meaning that a wave 2 should come back up here and go up some say 1080. You know, I'm thinking maybe the fake print of 111.17. I don't know whether it's going to make it or not, but it all depends on whether or not this wave 1 down is finished. So, you know, we're going to find out tomorrow morning, obviously. But you're looking at the 60s. We knew going into this that they were about right here in the morning when it opened, and it rolled down consecutively all day long. So the question remains, are we going to come down here and make a very low histogram trough tower, or histogram, you know, below the 0 line, and make a 1, 2, 3 positive divergence? And in that case, it would have to go lower. You know, it would have to go lower, or at least it should. It's supposed to go lower, but you know, there might be exceptions to the rules on these histogram, on these different types of divergences. You know, chart pattern trader studies that a lot more than me. I like to throw in the fake prints and the manipulation and all the other things besides just the charts, as you know. So if that's the case, if it does do that, then we're going to go down here just a little bit and curl back up, and then go up here and make a smaller tower up here. So it'd be a very small one on the low side, and then a rally back throughout the rest of the day tomorrow. As you can see here in the morning, you know, we're not at 50 yet, so in the morning it certainly looked like we are going to go down in the morning and go down here at 20 and curl back up. How far will we go down? Well, you know, again, depending upon how you draw this line, but you can see it could easily go down here and bang its head just above 1040, looks like, somewhere around that area. So 1040, 1045, depending on how you draw that line. And if it does not bounce and curl back up, then this market is in trouble. You know, it was probably going to just pass right on through that and go on down to this, you know, 110. It's very likely that it would do that, and that would make a wave 5 down. I don't know whether or not that's what we're going to do or not. You know, you look at this chart here, and we have moved quite significantly from very low number here of negative 3.5 all the way up here, and couldn't quite make it. But again, you know, we are going down here. There's no sign of it turning back up yet. That indicates that we are going to go down in the morning. Most likely we should go down in the morning, and the question will be, how far will it go? If it breaks through here, it's, you know, going to go to the next level, but very well could be 1010. So this whole move sideways could be a wave 4. Very, very possible. I will say that you know, see, it's already down here, and it's down here pretty low. So if it does gap down in the morning, it should turn back up and curl back up and start a move up, and go up to, well, we should at least go up to this 1080, and ideally maybe another move down after that, and work our way up to this 1100, if it will be 111.17 if we get that high. They put that out there for a reason. I don't know when it's going to get hit, of course. So, you know, it could be after we complete this wave 5 down. So we could go on down to the and complete a wave 5 down first on these charts, and maybe make a double bottom like here at this 10-10, and then move up. And if that's the $64,000 question, and nobody knows what they've got planned. I did go over here and look at Cobra's chart over the weekend, and seasonality wise, he's showing that today was definitely a negative down day seasonality wise, and tomorrow is too, slightly not as bad. So, and then next day is positive, and then a little bit negative, and a very positive day one day prior to Memorial Day, which would be Friday, and plus one day would be Tuesday. So it would be down the time period after that. So you could get a squeeze there on those numbers that that they come out with, which would be, I think on Friday we've got the non-farm payrolls, yes, and unemployment rate. So there's an initial, so there's a lot of things here that could easily tank this market if they don't manipulate it and run these, run their erasers over these numbers and make them look good. I don't know what they're going to do, what their plan is. We still do not know. Are we going to fall off a cliff and go down into the Legatus pilgrimage or up? And I teeter-totter. I'm reading the charts the best I can, but honestly, you just don't know. When you look at this daily chart, or let me look, yeah, when we look at this daily chart, there's really no sign of it turning back up. We can still see that this is going down on the ADX line, and it is giving strength right now to the line that's on top, which right now is the negative line, but it is going down, which is strange that we had a big day down like this. And then when I actually look at the volume on the SPY, 166 million is not really spectacular. Really, we need to go over 200 million to get a really nasty down day. So the market's having a really tough time getting out of this falling channel. However, if it can get out of it now, it certainly can move up, and that will squeeze a lot of bears. So, what are they going to do? You look here at the weekly, and this line drawn in is a very, very important trend line. If it closes below this on a weekly, if it closes below, looks like about 1050, I don't know, 1055 or something like that. If it closes below 1055 on a weekly basis, this market is just going to fall off a cliff. That's just what it's going to do. So I was really looking for a move up this week to really fool everybody after having 3 down weeks, and maybe go up here, and you can see that necktie forming right there. And we can see we've got a crossover right now on the moving averages on the weekly. So a nice head fake up, a week up, a nice candle like this after 3 down weeks would be the ideal shorting place for the bears. Let it run up there to 111 or 1100, which is 111.17 fake print. Bang its head, and maybe close out the week there, or close out the week somewhere in the middle. Would be perfect scenario. And then next week it would have to just fall below this trend line, come back after Labor Day. I think that's a very strong possibility. So go up here, hit a candle, maybe sell off on Friday or Thursday, maybe do this on Wednesday or Thursday. I mean, go up here and do this, but it's going to take a gap up to do it. Is it going to do it? I tell you, I mean, it doesn't look good right now. It doesn't. This was very, very bearish. So the only thing I can say is tomorrow morning we are likely to go down, continue down. So those who already have shorts are going to be fine. We're likely to go down, and how far we go down, I can't answer that. All I can say is if it don't bounce here, if it gets back in through here, it's going to continue down further and put in a very deep trough low. So it's all going to be about the news that's released tomorrow. But I just feel like that they're suckering in some bears right now based upon the low volume. Okay? So that's it, gang. Good luck to everyone. See you guys tomorrow.